bless their friends. So Ben, my brother, I want to thank you for coming back to the world of network marketing. Lisa and Ryan, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for creating these amazing products that you initially made for your family. And now because of this guy coming back, over 2 million pioneers grabbing the tigers by the tail, we're about to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just starting. We are just starting. 2 million plus is a record-breaking number. Never been done, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because, why? Because LiveGood has the highest valuable club membership in the world. And everybody can reach out to their friends and give them a gift. And this is it. The highest, the most powerful, the most specifically driven, comprehensive health system on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, I suggest, as a guy who's here to serve you, to share this with 10 brand new people this week after you fill it up yourself. This is a gift of life. This is a gift of life, and your outcome, your ultimate goal is not someday getting a Ferrari or a fancy watch at a cost of bamboozling your beloved. LiveGood will be the future of commerce. We are a company of love. Go out there, share the love. Don't reach out to me in 6 months. Say, oh my gosh, my cousin joined LiveGood. I didn't know. Now he's got to build a team of 5,000 people. Can you help me? No. Go out there, get everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to join LiveGood. We will be the Kleenex, the Windex, and the Band-Aid of home-based business, and we're just starting. Back to you, brother.
Awesome. Love it. Lots of awesomeness there. And actually something that you said with the no competition was something I was thinking about last week when we talked about it, because it is interesting when you see a company absolutely disrupting an industry, in this case 2 industries, maybe 3 or 4 if you count skincare, count pet products, and now we're moving into the food category, as we're going to talk about a little bit more today with our Power Oats, our overnight oats product. But it's interesting, and we talked about when you see something happening and you don't take advantage of it, or you don't align yourself with it, or you don't model yourself after that to have success, and you continue to do it the old way, we know what happens. But I think, and this is what I was thinking, because I'm like, why is no one else doing this? And then I'm like, well, you know what? Every business, every successful company, business in the world launched because of a need, because of a problem, because they needed to fix a problem. And now that the problem has really been fixed by LiveGood, there's not a problem anymore. I mean, there still is the problem. There's all these overpriced companies selling low quality products. But now that we have the solution, it's like no one's going to launch another Amazon. Amazon is the solution. You want to buy something, you want to have it today or tomorrow in your house without having to leave your house. Amazon's away, and no one's. And so maybe that's it. Maybe people realize that, hey, LiveGood did it. Like, they answered the question. They fixed the problem. There's no reason to try to compete, because if you're going to get that, if you want the highest quality product, if you want value, if you want the lowest price, if you want full transparency, that's where you go. You go to LiveGood. And so, I don't know. I'm not saying it can't be copied, it can't be duplicated, someone else can't come in and have success. But when you do it right, and it's hard to compete. It's hard to compete with Amazon. I think it's hard to compete with LiveGood, with the quality products we have, with the low prices that we have, with the small margins that we're able to operate under, and still, be successful, be profitable, continue to roll out new products every month, and just continue to help people all over the world get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way, and help all you guys generate some income on the side. So, yeah, really cool stuff going on. But there's one thing I meant to say at the beginning of the call, and this really, it's really weird, because I think it's, for a lot of people it's a small thing, but for me it's a really big thing. So we sent out an email this week. We're starting to light up email campaigns and really follow up with a lot of past customers, members, and with our new just marketing campaigns and Facebook ads and all that stuff. We're to crank the co-op. Email is a big part of that. And an email went out this week from me. I wrote the email to ask you guys, what's your most pending goal right now? Is it to lose weight? Is it to get healthy? Or is it to build muscle? And a lot of you guys took your time to answer that question for me, and I appreciate it so much. And our email team, and this was I fired them for this, like specifically for and they were doing a good job with a lot of stuff, but I just could not get over this. And yeah, I should have thought about it. They obviously didn't, but the way that it happened, I didn't like it. So and a lot of you guys even replied, you're like, well, I clicked on lose weight and it just took me to the website, or I clicked on just get healthier, it just took me to the website. And that shouldn't have happened. So like, you take your time to answer a question for me, to do me a favor. Like, thank you. There should have been a page or a pop-up or something that said, thank you so much for taking the time to answer your question, to help us be able to help you more and continue to give you guys the best products at the best prices every single day. And so for those of you who took the time to do that, to answer that question, first of all, thank you so much for real for taking the time to do that. And secondly, even more, I'm so sorry that all it did was throw you into the website instead of saying thank you, because that's not how I roll. And that was very hurtful to me that happened. And so there is going to be an email going out to everyone who answered the question, thanking them from me. So you'll see that in the next day or two from a new email company that it's going to be helping us, that we're shopping for now. So actually, if you guys know any awesome email people who are trained and knowledgeable or experts in Klaviyo, or just totally awesome, just send it to support and say for Ben, and let me know who they are, because we're interviewing, we're auditioning right now and looking for some awesome people to bring onto the team to crank that up even more. So yeah, again, thank you, and I'm sorry, and that will never happen again, and we will continue to rock. All right, yeah, we'll save the other stuff for a minute, but let's go out to, do we have Lisa Goodkin on the call? I'm kind of a guest on this call today, the way it was.
Yes, we do.
Awesome. Lisa Goodkin, Director of Product Education. Good morning. How you doing out there?
Hi, everybody. Your trip looks awesome, and you not are too. It's very, very that you guys are both like on amazing trips. I love it. I liked what you said about, you were referring to it differently, but like if there's a problem, you do something to fix the problem. And it made me think about how we come up with our supplements. There's a problem, there's a need, and we're going to make something to help that problem. Coming from very simply the multivitamin, right? We know nutrient deficiencies are a problem. Magnesium, we know magnesium deficiency is a problem because it's involved in more than 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. Most of us are deficient. Yes, I'm talking to you, you're probably deficient. I mean, it's just very common. So we we brought in magnesium, we knew vitamin D. I mean, the list goes on why we're bringing everything, to Live Good is to help, even with the meal replacement. I mean, unfortunately, we do live a very on-the-go life. But the reality, and that's what it is what it is, but we need to be able to eat well on the go. And these aren't necessarily just made for on the go, but they're very convenient regardless. So, we know not consuming enough protein is a problem. Here we go. We know muscle wasting is a problem. Essential aminos. Again, this is what we're doing and how we bring everything to light. And there was an affiliate that sent me a YouTube video, and it was on fiber and the benefits for cancer. And it was just talking about this study on breast cancer survivors that found that the most consistent dietary signal linked to lower reoccurrence risk and better survival was a higher fiber intake. We know we're not eating enough fiber. We are not eating enough fiber. It's hard to do it without also upsetting your stomach or getting bloating or gas. We brought you guys the highest quality organic fiber, 8 grams, soluble and insoluble. I mean, again, there's a reason for everything, and it's all about really fixing problems. And of course, health and wellness is our focus. Living longer, living a better life. Again, even with the business side, living a better life, right? Money helps that. It's not necessary, but we do know. You want certain things, things cost money. Eating well costs money, so it all goes hand in hand. You guys are doing an amazing job. I really do appreciate the emails, and it's funny, I do have a few affiliates that I probably get 5 emails from them a day. But what I like about it is they are they're building their team by talking to people and finding out what's going on in their life, what they want to improve upon in their health, what maybe disease state they might be in that they're wanting to improve upon. And these affiliates email me with their situations, and then they bring that to them, and that's how they are building their team. It's just another easy way to do it. So yes, you could always pass my email along. Oh, here you go. But then again, you're relying on them reaching out to me, and maybe that's not going to happen. If you really want to work on it, get their information, talk to them. Again, communication, that is key. And send me that stuff. And then you can bring a whole detailed explanation and recommended supplement stack back to them. So, again, we have the health questionnaire, amazing. But you have to also keep following up and working with these people if you want them to work with you, right? It goes hand in hand. And also one thing, always remember too, with all the supplements out there, and it's I always say, very confusing and a lot to weed through. But many times you guys are sending me a supplement. Hey, do you have something like this? I've been taking this for a while. It works, but it's way overpriced. And when I look at it, it's like we have almost all the ingredients or like ingredients, but I might take that one supplement and recommend you 5. But I don't want you to think about, wait, you were just taking 1 and then 5. That 5 is a much more comprehensive approach to health and wellness. You're not just taking 5 ingredients and taking those. You're taking those 5 ingredients across 5 supplements and getting 100 more ingredients, and you're really taking care of your health and wellness, and that's probably the same price. So what we are doing is for a reason, and again, it's comprehensive approach to healthcare. We're not just going to give you one supplement and say, here you go. So I know sometimes as we add on and things seems like your stack is just growing and growing and growing, but guys, that's kind of what it takes to actually live in a state of optimal health, right? You have to do the work, you have to take care of yourself, and it does require multiple supplements to stay that way, to get that way and stay that way. But keep up the great work, keep up the questions, and like I was just giving you the example of that affiliate, get people's situations, email them to me, work with them, right? We're all a team, we all work together, and that's how you're going to grow. And if you're not taking our supplements, guys, question why. Watch our Monday trainings, you will learn so much, and please just start with the foundational 5. Just start there. Then reach out to me, and we'll build upon it together. Back to you, Ben.
Awesome, love it. Look at Lisa throwing down the business knowledge. But it's true. Like when you're talking to people and you talk about the products, if you're using the products, you have more knowledge. You know what you're talking about. You know how it makes you feel. You know it works. And just go through the product page. You don't have to be an expert like Lisa on every single product that we have, but just get an idea of what we have. If someone asks for something for anti-inflammation, you refer them Factor 4. If they need something for their skin, you can give them our collagen, which is amazing for hair, skin, nails, joints. Just an amazing product. They want coffee, you know what to do. Heart health, Super Reds, so many awesome products. But the more you use, the more you understand. The more knowledge you have, and it just makes it easier to go out there and share. Like Nader said, ease of share, and that is something we're going to talk about, because momentum came up a few times this week, and so I'm going to bring that up here in a second. But I'm going to do rank advancements here real quick, and then we're going to go out to Dr. Ryan and talk about some awesome stuff. So another big week, guys. I mean, this is talking about momentum. This is kind of going to be later, and it still is. But no company has. All right, I'll go into it just because it's kind of flowing that way. But okay, so we talk a lot about how we're the fastest growing company in the supplement space, as well as the network marketing industry. And so I got an email. I can't remember what triggered it. It was something. There was some reason that it came. Oh, it was the same email about the because the first line was that, hey, thanks for helping us become the fastest growing supplement brand in the world. And he said, well, if we're the fastest growing company in the network marketing industry, how come in business for home, we went from being ranked number 1 to being ranked number 33? And first of all, I thought it was an awesome question. I'm so happy he asked that question, because now I get to talk about it. Because, and it is interesting, because I looked at I get my news from Facebook. Like, I don't pay attention to what's going on in the network marketing industry, much less the rest of the world. I just do my own thing. But I did look at the list on Business for Home just to see that we were 33. I didn't even recognize half of the companies before us. I mean, and I'm like, what do they base this on? Because I know the companies that I do recognize, they're like Amway, Nu Skin, USANA. I mean, they haven't had momentum since the 1900s, like for over 30 years. And that's not an exaggeration at all. Some of them, I mean, Amway hasn't seen growth since, like 1991. And not to bash them. I mean, they're, the forefathers of this great industry. But again, they're not putting in 1,000 people a day like we did yesterday. So it's just interesting how those numbers are calculated, and he has a whole quote unquote algorithm that he lays out. The guy that owns Business for Home, can't remember his name. He's a nice guy, lives in Amsterdam, but I don't know that he's ever done network marketing, but he likes to report on it. But anyway, not to bash any of the companies that are on that list. It's not their fault that they're ranked on that list. It's not their fault that they're not ranked on that list. And I told you guys when we were ranked number 1 that it doesn't mean anything anyway. Because when it comes to momentum, and when it comes to numbers, and when it comes to sales, the ultimate decider, factor, is how much are you actually selling? How many people are actually signing up? And that's the one category, or the two, money and signups, that they don't have access to for any company. So, to be able to accurately determine momentum based on just traffic or how many blogs some company put up this week or stuff like that, I don't know that, but that's how they're doing it. So when you look at the network marketing industry, when you look at the nutritional supplement industry, and just when you look at the economy, when you look at society, when you look at the world, it's very obvious. It's very easy to see, again, we talk about this a lot, and again, not bashing the industry, but more companies are going out of business today, ending their affiliate compensation plans, closing their doors, than are launching. And the reason for that is because the economy has changed. Consumers' buying habits have shifted. Overpriced products don't work anymore. That model is dead. And that's why all those companies, regardless of where they are on the list of Business for Home, as far as momentum, they're losing volume. And I know.
He froze.
Okay. Now, can you hear me, Notter? Good? Okay.
Yes, much better.
My phone is ringing. So, okay. Cool. But, some of the companies... Am I back? I don't look like I'm moving.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah?
5 by 5.
5 by 5. Sweet.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So, and then, in the supplement space, you look at companies like ones that Lisa talked about, these all-in-one shiny object companies like AG1, who launched in 2010. So they've been around 16 years, and they haven't made a profit until last year. They're doing over $600 million a year, but they're paying celebrities $700 million a year. Oh, crap. Am I still there? Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, so it's like, is that really a successful business model? Is that really, a way to grow a business? And, I mean, I say no. That's not how I do business. I think, again, and that's why we're able to, and they're making a product for probably $8 and selling it for 99. Like, they have huge margins. We're making a product for 15, selling it for 19.95. Like, those are tiny margins, and we're profitable because we know how to run a lean company. We know how to manage our overhead, and we know how to make things work without paying expensive celebrities, without paying influencers to tell people that our products are good, because otherwise they wouldn't be buying them. And the reason people are buying LiveGood products is because they are the highest quality on the planet, with that full third-party testing results, all the documentation, all the certificate analysis, all the ingredients list on every single one of our products. And so, and again, there's another company that, so you could make the argument that we're not the fastest growing supplement brand. There's one called IM8 that's paying David Beckham, probably $1 gazillion, whatever, to promote that one. And they grew from like 0 to 100 million in like 8 months or something. But again, when you spend 150 million to make 100 million, I mean, you could buy. I mean, is that really momentum? I don't know. So anyway, but at the same time, none of this really matters. When you're about promoting a company and you're looking as an affiliate to be able to generate income from home, you really just gotta, it's all about your own belief. Like, if you love the company, if you love the products, if you think they're helping people, if you think they can help you, then absolutely be involved in it, regardless of where their rank is on business from home, regardless of what I say about them or anyone else says about them. You believe that it's good and it's helping people and it's honest and it's fair, then absolutely, by all means, do it, do you, and be proud of it. But if you're not sure and you're worried about what other people are thinking, and it really doesn't even matter. Just if you believe it, great. If you don't. But I think it's pretty obvious with LiveGood that we do have the highest quality products at the lowest prices. Oh man, I'll go in. I'm walking around here in high altitude, getting out of breath. But so one more thing before I go into ranks here is, as far as the momentum. Man, where was I going with this? It'll come back to me in a second. I didn't take my methylene blue today. But highest quality products, lowest prices. Yeah, sometimes when I go off my head and don't take notes, that happens sometimes, but we're having fun. Yeah.
Hey, Ben, real quick, brother. As you bring in that back, a lot of people don't realize that Amazon, ladies and gentlemen, Amazon spent $380 per Prime member to get their first million. I just looked this up. They spend more money to get a Prime member that Prime member might buy one book in a year or two books at the max, that Amazon will make 80 cents per book. It didn't make sense. Our growth is organic. It's a complete another animal. We're not making side deals. This guy over there that's in high altitude right now, we've never made deals with celebrities. I mean, yeah, we had some people, we tried some testing in LiveGood, but I've worked with Ben for 26 years. He's never given, he's never, excuse my French, he's never kissed up. He's all about everyday people. He's all about keeping the integrity and keeping the main thing, which is in the world of LiveGood, is highest quality products at the lowest price with full transparency. So ladies and gentlemen, remember this. If Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, would have come to us when Amazon only had a few 100,000 and say, hey, boys and girls, give me a one-time $40. You become an affiliate of Amazon, go out there, bring me Prime members, and someday I'll have 100, 200 million Prime members, and I'll have all kinds of stuff in my store. See, I want you to look at Ben Glinsky like that. If Jeff Bezos did that in the early years, guess what? Yes, the first 2 or 3 years, you have a lot of people that didn't want to take advantage of their friends. They didn't want to sell their friends as $65 whatever collagen, so maybe 1 out of 500 people will get qualified for a car. That's a ripoff. See, the difference with LiveGood is, yes, everything he said has come true. It's a momentum phase. First of all, with all due respect, I actually know the gentleman, Amsterdam, great guy, but all that stuff is a different word. We're a supplement company that also uses the most generous, friendly, tip of the spear, beautiful part of the home-based business to get the word out. And I will never forget that so many amazing old networkers who were sick and tired of taking advantage of their friends and hiding behind attraction marketing or overcoming objections, when they saw LiveGood's goodness, they I truly cannot unsee this. I have all of these followers that I've taken from company to company to company, statistically every 2.8 months. Now, finally, I can go to them and say, hey, listen, boys and girls, I kind of messed up, or I was led the wrong way. So momentum-wise, talking about momentum, yes, if Amazon had a home-based business component, the first 2 million pioneers who also were Prime members but paid the extra $40 to be a part of the whole Amazon model, well, guess what? Our whole model is to be a household name. The household name, like Ben said, nobody's going to compete with Windex. Nobody's going to compete with Band-Aid. Nobody's going to compete with Kleenex. I mean, they might compete, but in people's minds, the branded name is Windex, Kleenex, Band-Aid. That's LiveGood. And that's, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, besides then Lisa and Ryan. Thank you for being so proud of what you're doing. You don't have to hide behind leads. You don't have to hide behind how to answer questions. Why am I paying $42 for a magnesium when the same company is giving away trips to Hawaii? Or not this one, but you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all a momentum phase. Right now, we are entering an age that's going to help everyday people, while they're getting healthy, staying healthy in an affordable way, to make an extra $500 a month on the side, which can get rid of about 82% of the bankruptcies in America alone, and it's a life-changing income in other countries. But guess what? That's what it's all about. You got to get healthy first. You got to be able to have fun with the money that you're going to make first. But yes, momentum-wise, yeah, look at our numbers. Go look at our old Zooms. We used to have 2,000, 3,000, bronzes every Friday, which what we have right now is unbelievable. But that's because people were like, oh my gosh, I'm done with the other stuff. I'm done with taking advantage of my friends. I'm done with hiding behind leads and attraction marketing and overcoming objections. I just want to bless my friends. So what Ben said, I know I call him a prophet, but ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely, it's like he knew what was going to happen. We're going to have 100 million members. That's a fact. And when you see everyday people that they join, they cannot wait to tell their friends. I mean, you're going to hear it right now. Hundreds of people a week cannot wait to tell their friends about LiveGood. That's a revolution of love. Never been done in this industry, and I hate to bring the news to the other people. It's too late, boys and girls, because nobody's going to compete with Windex, Kleenex, Band-Aid, nor LiveGood. Back to you, bro.
Awesome. Thanks for bailing me out of my brain funk. But it came back to me what I was going to talk about. I'm going to talk about ranks first because this goes with it. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is the head start we have at this point is going to be very hard for any company to overcome. But again, none of that matters. It's all about what you believe. And if you believe we have the highest quality products at the lowest prices and they're helping people, then you should be part of LiveGood. That doesn't mean you have to be exclusively in LiveGood. You can't do anything else. That just means, don't miss it. Have a spot. If you're going to buy supplements, do you want the highest quality at the lowest price, or do you want to overpay somewhere else just because, they're marking their products up to pay a few people at the top of a compensation plan? And that's up to you. It doesn't matter. But if you want to save money, you want to get healthy, LiveGood is definitely it. And at the same time, if we do grow to 50 million, 100 million as Nader said members, the only place for them to go is under the ones who are already in there. And just another thing that you don't want to miss. So with that, let's go to ranks, and then I'm going to talk about what I was going to follow up with there that slipped my mind. But another big week of ranks. I mean, it is really exciting to see this. And as Nader said, this is momentum phase. We've been in momentum phase for 3 years, but I think that it's like the beginning, like pre-momentum phase even. Because the big momentum hasn't started yet. Like the real growth hasn't kicked in yet. Highest quality, lowest price isn't a fad. It doesn't go away. It's not going to change. No one's going back to spending $99 on a greens powder when they can get the highest quality super greens on the planet, USDA certified organic, for $19.95. And so the more people see it, the more people can't unsee it. And that's when the true momentum, the true growth, and the real growth really kick in. And I think we're right there. Word is spreading. People are hearing, they're learning. Other companies, partly because of LiveGood, partly just because of the economy and consumers changing their buying habits and refusing to overpay for low quality products that don't even tell people what's in it. A lot of companies are going out of business. Competition's getting smaller. And so all those things just contribute to, the more momentum that we have and that we're going to continue to have. So here we go. Another big week of ranks. 688 bronzes this week alone, almost 100 new bronzes every single day. The phone is running low. Guarantee you none of those other companies on Business for Home are putting in 688 ranked affiliates every single week. So congratulations, bronzes. A lot of these guys joined just yesterday and already enrolled their first 2. That is duplication. That's where the growth comes from. That's why when most companies, you see 1 or 2% of the people in the company at the top of the compensation plan making money, and literally 97% losing money. And in LiveGood, we've got over 30% of our affiliates in profit. That duplication is what drives all ranks. And that's why we see this every single week. I mean, we haven't had a single week in over 3 years where we haven't had a new platinum. Someone build a team of at least 500 members in their organization. Like, companies go months without that happening. Nowadays companies go years without a new person building a team of 500 members in an organization, in a network marketing company. And we're seeing it at least once a week. Today we got 2. We'll talk about that in a second. But congratulations, 688 bronzes. that's the first step. And that's also, again, the duplication. You don't get to silver without helping some people get to bronze. You don't get to gold without helping some people get to bronze. You don't get to platinum without helping people get to bronze. Same thing with diamond. It all starts with bronze. And when it's that easy to duplicate and that easy for people to be able to do, 30% of our affiliates in profit duplicating every week, that is some serious momentum. And that's why we see these numbers every week. All right, 61 silvers. This week, 61 people built a team of 20 members in their organization. That is just serious growth, serious momentum. It's not easy to build a team of 20 members in a network marketing company. And we got 61 just this week, not this month, not this year, this week alone. So congratulations, silvers, 12 new golds this week, almost 2 a day. People building a team of 100 members in their organization in a network marketing company. 12 people this week. That is not normal. That is not common. That does not happen in the network marketing industry. I mean, even companies that are experiencing growth, I mean, to have a team of 100 members in your organization, maybe 1 or 2 a month, and we got 12 this week, right? I mean, and it's not a coincidence. I mean, this is every single week for the last 3.5 years. We've been seeing these numbers before we even hit the real growth and momentum. So congratulations, golds. I call that the sweet spot in the network marketing industry, that $300 to $500 a month residual income, that life-changing income. And we've got golds making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000 or more a month. Golds full-time incomes here with a more mature organization. So congratulations, 12 new golds. And again, 2 new platinums just this week alone. Talk about a full-time income. Platinums are making on the low end $1,000 a month, on the high end up to $7,000 or $8,000 a month, and yeah, absolutely love it. Build a team 500 in an organization. So let me see. My phone is dying. I have to plug it in. Hold on. Yeah, let me go. Here, Nodder, I'm gonna turn over to you. What do you think of that? 1 minute as I go. Where's my phone here?
Yeah, go recharge, bro. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, these numbers are unbelievable. You got to remember, we're entering summer. A lot of people are getting ready for graduation. And we've been doing this for, I don't know, combined 50 years. This time of year, when it gets into like May and June, traditional network marketing companies just die out because people need that extra money to do the graduation parties. People need that extra $80 a month that are paying for a $4 magnesium or whatever. They need that extra money. They don't care if their friend doesn't get qualified. These numbers, like Ben said, these are pre-momentum numbers. We're gonna call this the pre-momentum phase. Here you go, I just did it. This is pre-momentum. We're just starting. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to go tell all your friends, I big up you. And I'm also had really bad reception. And I got to take the kids surfing. You got to get 10 of these to brand new people this week. This is a gift of love. This is what's going to start it. Everyone that you can think of is going to hear about LiveGood through you, through some fundraising. They walk into a school. I was at our church last week. I saw 8 cars with our stickers on it. I mean, come on. It's everywhere. Because when you have the highest quality products at the lowest price and something that people are already doing, again, we're not creating a new market. We're just blessing a broken market. We're fixing a broken model. Go.
Awesome. Yes, that health assessment is awesome, by the way. If you guys haven't taken it yet, click on my website address in your back office and take that health assessment. Give it out to everyone. It is free. Can you close your door? Sorry. Sorry, I had to turn on the car to charge my phone. Okay. Here we go. So, yes, with the momentum, with the ranks, real quick, and then we'll go over to Dr. Ryan, and then I got one more thing to talk about. Yeah, so here's where I was going with it. It's not just about the product. It's not just about the compensation plan, though. As Nader said, we do have the most generous compensation plan in the industry. We're paying out a legitimate, not based on CV or BV or PV or any other crazy way that they try to justify, what I mean by that is this. Companies will charge $80 for a product but give you 50 BV for business volume, which means they pay out on the 50, not the 80. So maybe they have an 80% compensation plan, but it's 80% of the 50, which if you multiply 80% times $50, 8 times 5 is 40. So it sounds like 80%, but 40 out of 80 is 50%. So They're actually paying out 50%, not 80%, and that's still probably a little exaggeration. But anyway, we pay out a legit 85%. I mean, you can add the numbers up, and we don't do BVPV. It's actual dollars. In fact, it's actually a little bit more than that, because on the yearly memberships, we pay that out as though someone paid us for 10 months, $10 a month. So we pay out that $99. We actually pay out as if they paid us $120. So there's very little, profit in that. So that's probably over 90% payout there. But just another cool little thing. But all that said, it is, I mean, when you're paying out $10, on a $10 a month program compared to a company that is paying out on an $80 program, even if they're only paying out on 50 of the 80, it's still, there's a lot more money to be paid out than $10, and that's understandable. So here's what I want you guys to think about, is that as we talked about the momentum ranks and all that stuff, so you can have a company where you've got 100 people coming to the website, even putting in their email address. We'll call them a pre-enrollee like we have. Our pre-enrollees are upgrading at a rate of 30%. 3 out of 10 people who pre-enroll in LiveGood upgrade to member, become a member, sign up, join. That, if you you know the statistics just as well as I do. What would you say if other companies, out of 100 people that go to their website, fill in the email address, how many would sign up as a member or an affiliate?
As a paid member, I don't think. Maybe two. Maybe two.
Right, maybe two. Probably
maybe
two. Let's be generous and say
okay,
two.
I'll be generous.
Well, that was, since you said two, I thought you were going to say one. It's probably close to one, but we'll go with two, just for sake of argument and example. So let's say most companies, you got 2 out of 10 people signing up as a member, where in LiveGood, you've got 30%. So
wait, Ben, I thought he said out of 100. I thought he said out of 100. I'm sorry.
Did I say that?
No, I meant 2 out of 100, not 2 out of 10.
Right. Sorry if I said that wrong. Yeah. Out of 100 people going to a website, filling out their information, yes. The average in the industry is 1 to 2. We'll say 2. And we've got 30. So if 100 people go to another company's website and 100 people come to LiveGood's website, you're going to see 2 signing up over there, 30 signing up over here. So let's just say you have 10, let's just go 10. Let's say that company gets 10 times more pre-enrollees, people visiting their website, than LiveGood. They get 100, we only get 10. They get 2 signups for Notter's 2%. We get 3 out of 10. So would you so that's part of the momentum thing, is because, just because you have a lot of traffic going to a website, or a lot of clicks to a website, or even a lot of people submitting their email address on a website, does that mean you have a lot of momentum? I say it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with momentum. It's all about how many people are actually joining the business, how many people are becoming members, how many people are buying product, because that's where true momentum comes from. I mean, you could have 1 million people clicking on your website. If no one's buying any product, that's not, I wouldn't call that momentum. But if you've got, when you got 30% of your pre-enrollees, people going to your website, upgrading, becoming members, seeing it, not being able to unsee it, that's a very powerful thing. So I'm just saying that because, yes, you can't pay out as much on $10 as you can on $50, but when you can enroll literally 15 to 20 times more people with the same amount of effort, would you? And that's why, there, again, none of those companies who are above us or below us in that list of business for home are seeing 61 people hit silver this week. 61 people build a team of 20 people in their organization. That doesn't happen. So I was excited about that question that he asked, because it was a great question, and I think a lot of people don't think about that. They see numbers, they see stuff, they hear stuff, but when it comes down to it, it's how easy is it to build, and how good do you feel when you sign people up in those companies. And if you're signing someone up in a deal that's selling a product for $50 or $70, if you believe that there's value there, and that's great, then absolutely do it. But if you think that, maybe they could get a better product at a better price at LiveGood or somewhere else, or Amazon, don't do stuff just to make money if it doesn't feel right inside. So I'll leave it at that. But with that, congratulations to all of our awesome rank advancers. You guys are on fire, and yeah, we continue to rock. All right, Dr. Ryan's been waiting a long time. Dr. Ryan Goodkin, Director of Product Development. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys? That was awesome. Hey, Naughter, I really enjoyed your speech. I enjoyed what you said today a lot, especially the abundance component. Enjoyed that a lot.
Hey, stop for 1 second. Naughter, does Ryan sound crackly to you, or is it just me?
No, it's probably you. He sounds perfect to me.
Okay, yeah, you're crackly too. All right, I'm
going to say that again, Naughter. I'm perfect. Did you just say that?
You are perfect. Oh, gosh, there we go. We're having so much fun. We're having so much fun. Let's go.
That's all good, man. But I will tell you, I really enjoyed that abundance piece, though, but it's funny because in the world of supplementation, I'm not the guy that's going to sit there and tell you and expect you to take every one of our supplements. But like Ben said, we have categories, right? One thing I do expect, and I do talk a lot about, is the Daily Essentials Pack or the Foundational Pack, because you should absolutely, there's plenty of evidence to support the use of those products long-term, every single day. That I definitely expect. And then, of course, like Ben said, you add on. Like you can easily add on your super reds, super greens to bump up your antioxidants, right? Like those powerful plant compounds. You can add the creatine. You can add the essential amino acids for muscle. Of course, the proteins. You have your choice of chocolate whey protein, organic, plant-based protein. We just have so many products. And then you have the skincare category. Then you have the pet category. And then what do we have coming next is the food category. So we have our overnight oats coming very, very soon. In the coming weeks, not long out. We're getting close. That is both the 2 flavors, USDA certified organic, overnight oats, easy to make, super powerful in your macros. So very high protein content, balanced fatty acids, carbohydrates. It's going to be a fantastic product. And right behind that, we have Cleaner. I've got the Cleaner now finalized, Ben, so we're definitely going to see that coming very soon, which is another category, a household all-purpose general cleaner for the house that's healthy, because there's so many toxins and so many of these crummy products on the market. So another awesome product category to jump into. The hydrogen, the molecular hydrogen that we've talked a lot about, also will be done and finished. It'll probably be before the cleaning solution, but right after the oats. And but yeah, I mean, that's the idea, though, right? Like most people aren't going to buy everything. It just doesn't. That's not normal. I don't use everything. I will tell you a story, though, and maybe I'll save it for the end, but I know we're short on time, so I'll keep it short. But the whole point is that you need to start with the daily essentials. You need to start with the fundamentals, right, or the foundational stuff, because that's where your body really, that was by design. That's the way we set this company up, is to help people get healthy, to stay healthy, and do it in an affordable way. And there's no better place than to start with the Daily Essentials Pack, truly. But again, if you ever need any help building, like stacking on top of those packs, that's where Lisa and I come in. You can join us on our Monday 12 noon Eastern Zooms, where we talk about products, we talk about health conditions. You can watch any one of our past videos. You can send us emails, we'll respond, and we'll even look at your current, like I think it was Anata or Lisa, but we'll look at your current supplements you're taking and even give you honest feedback on those as well. So happy to do that. I think that's a critical part of being transparent and open, is to help people understand why they're taking a supplement, what to expect from it, how long should they take it for, what makes sense for them. And I just leave you with this as a quick example, but like the Men's Vitality, it is a men's kind of a hormone supplement, right? I took that supplement and I did my blood work before, started, and then again after, and it was incredible. I'm talking like a 20% increase in my total testosterone, a 60% increase in my free testosterone, just big numbers. Felt better. I take it all the time. A lot of clinical benefits with the Men's Vitality. I hear the same from the Women's Hormonal Balance product. Incredible product. And so there's a lot of there's a lot of specific reasons why you might be looking for a certain product. So please, guys, reach out to us, send us emails, watch our videos, tune in, and ask questions. That's the whole point. Ask questions, and then of course at the end of that you share, right? You share. It's easy to share when you're concerned and show that you care when you're talking about your health and you're using examples. And it's a good conversation piece. It's something I always talk about with friends and family, is what are we doing to improve our health. And I think we said this on a call last, It's like, could you imagine, I think Lisa might have said it, could you imagine if you for a moment were placed into a loved one's body, how would you treat it? What would you put in it? How would you take care of it, right? Like if I got placed in my mom's body or my child's body or Lisa, my wife's body, what would I do? Am I going to treat it like an empire, or am I going to treat it like, am I going to just treat it like it's, no good to me and I'm just going to, so you guys get the point, right? You want to take care of yourself so that you can love others and share the wealth. So that's all for me today, Ben. I'll send it back to you.
Awesome. Great stuff. Dr. Ryan, can you hear me clearly?
It's choppy.
Yeah. Is it crackly?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna jump off for a second, then you might have to let me back in. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Doc, what have we got on the docket? I know Ben is trying to log back in really quick. You want to talk about
hold on. Okay, yeah, cool. So let's talk a little bit more about products, though, because I think people want to know like a little more about how does LiveGood want to expand their business footprint. Well, look, if you've got what we've done so far, which is 50 plus SKUs, we're going to continue to add, probably I'd say one a month, maybe. I mean, you have to understand, in the development world, like, there's a lot of work that goes into product development, because you can't just say to some manufacturing facility, say, hey, just make me something like this or something like that. That's not the way I do things. I'm very particular about the ingredients that come into the product. I'm very particular about the individual certificate of analysis, proof of testing, particularly about the sourcing, additional tests that are required. And then, of course, I need to know the sustainability. How long can we source these products? Where do they come from? And then, of course, you want to make sure that the finished product can be made successfully and tested again. And that's the type of stuff that we do. So it is a time-intensive, labor-intensive process to get a product to market. Now, when you add USDA certified organic on top of it, well, believe it or not, it actually doesn't change the quality of our products a lot, because the way I source, even if it's not organic, it is out of organic quality. Ben, are you back? Did you want to jump in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm back. I think it sounds clear, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, you sound good.
awesome. Sweet. Yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to cover that's on my list today, but all that stuff is awesome, and I do want to also mention that probiotic gut support. We forgot to mention whey protein was out of stock for like a week or so, and it turned back on. I don't know if we ever told you it turned back on. Probiotic gut support has been flying off the shelves. We're turning off ordering for just probiotic gut support single products for a few days. It will still fill subscriptions, and we're leaving it on for now, Dr. Ryan, for packs. It's in the foundational 5-pack, it's in the detox pack, and it's in the sampler pack. So, worst case scenario, Ryan tells me for sure we'll have it on Wednesday. Worst case scenario, we run out on Tuesday and can't ship it till Wednesday. So, we should be all right. We might have to wait one extra day to get it. But, yeah, so that's, we'll have that back in stock. We're on it, and can't wait for the overnight oats. What are we still looking at, like 3 weeks on that, Dr. Ryan?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited about that product. I don't know if everyone else is excited, but I'm excited that it's opening a new category. I think it could. I mean, that product alone could be a whole. We talk about it a lot. We could build a network marketing company around any of these products, and that could definitely be another one of them. So, yeah, I think you guys are going to love it. I'm really excited about it. That's going to be huge. But I want to talk about one more thing, because I see this week, again, I get all my news from Facebook, so I'm not on there a lot. But so I've noticed this week, apparently it looks like maybe a couple of new network marketing companies are launching. But I wanted to talk about the difference between a scarcity mentality and an abundance mentality. Because, and I want to kind of tell you guys that it's obvious which one you have, quite honestly, and it's not a positive thing. So when people post about another business opportunity, and you bash them and tell them they're stupid, tell them it's never going to work, tell them their compensation plan sucks, tell them they're doing what every other network marketing company is doing and marking up prices to pay out commissions in the compensation plan, whatever. Even if you're right, it's not cool to say that to people, and it doesn't make you look good. And in fact, again, it kind of gives you that scarcity mentality. I mean, it shows that you're scared. that you're scared that they might take some of your people. They might get some momentum. They might sell some products. Some of your people might leave and go to that company. Guys, if that's your concern, like, you shouldn't be in the network marketing industry. Because as we have talked about for the last 3 years, people hear about stuff. It isn't old school where, this whole cross-recruiting idea, which I think is stupid for companies to, and I still hear it. And I saw a post yesterday, this lady who's really excited about this one company, and now that she's excited about another company, and no less excited about the first company, but that first company is terminating her, apparently, because she wants to do another company also. Not instead, also. And that's why from day one, and I say this a lot too, and we've not terminated a single person from LiveGood. And I don't have any intention to, again, unless they start posting that Notter's ugly or Ryan's stupid or anything like that. But if saying stupid stuff like that, then there's no concern. I truly believe, and again, maybe this is just my abundance mentality, but I shared this story a couple weeks ago about my friend Nate. And this was back when I was making some money, but not a ton. If you wish people well, and you genuinely want to see people win, and you genuinely support them in whatever they're doing, that's called abundance mentality. And that comes back to you. The more goodwill you put out there in the world, the more it comes back to you. The more good things happen to you. So just because you see someone in your team, in your business, out of your whatever, joining another network marketing company, pitching another network marketing company, no matter how good or stupid it is, and you tell them it's bad, that's that scarcity mentality. You're worried about something. Like, wish them well. Just tell them good luck. If whenever you want to come back, I'm here for you. I hope you win. Best of luck to you. I just want to see everyone be successful, as long as they're helping others genuinely. I don't like, if you're hurting people, that's not cool. But as long as you believe that you're doing the right thing, and guys, just support other people. Don't bash them. And again, bashing them, I promise you this, they're not going to come back and ever join you in anything. If you tell them they're stupid, if you tell them that company's stupid, if you tell them what they're thinking, which is that company's good, it's stupid, they're not going to join you. Just say, hey, just don't say anything, and just wish them well. That's really all I had to say about that. But don't worry, guys. I promise you, LiveGood, we've already seen companies come and go since LiveGood launched. And some of them I'll even mention some names, because these were companies that some people in LiveGood that were in LiveGood. I remember that company, Shoppy Shop. Gosh. I'm not saying anything bad about them, but where are they now? Like, did they? I think they lasted like 2 weeks or something. And whatever. Like, that's what's happening in this industry. If a company launches and they're selling overpriced product, I promise you guys, they're not going to last. Like, it's not even a concern. If they're selling good product or something, maybe they'll last. Awesome. But guess what? Everyone needs supplements. None of us are getting everything we need out of our daily diet. Everybody needs nutritional supplements, and regardless of what other company or how many other companies they want to be a part of, they want to be involved in, they're going to buy their supplements from them. Maybe not today, maybe not this month, but I promise you, it makes sense. And the nicer you are to them, the more likely they are. But the more you bash them, the more they're going to say, oh, LiveGood people are mean, and they just bash everybody, and then they're not going to buy supplements from us. And that sucks for both of them, for both you and them, because you're missing out on being able to help someone, and they're missing out on genuinely the highest quality supplements on the planet that can help them get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way, because you said something unkind to them. And that's not necessarily a reason for them not to take advantage of our products. And hopefully people know that, just because you them, not everyone in LiveGood is mean. But the nicer you are to people and everything, guys, I promise, the better it just works out for everybody. So wish people well, have that abundance mentality, and I promise you, like, there's a reason there's no competition in LiveGood. It's very hard. We've got the best quality products and the best prices. You guys know all that, and you're crushing it, and that's why we see 688 bronzes this week, 12 new gold, 2 platinum, 61 silvers. Like, that doesn't happen in any other company out there. So, Yeah, and I know most of you guys are doing it right, are being kind, being honest, humble, nice, and helpful and friendly, and honestly wishing people well and having that abundance mentality. And hopefully, if I can encourage a few others to do that, then that's all I wanted to say today. So, yeah. So awesome. Thank you guys so much. We've gone a little bit over. We got to get rocking. Back on the road here. My wife and dog have been waiting for me patiently. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, hi. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, man, I'm excited about that surf lesson. Tell all the kids I said, what up?
What's up?
And have fun surfing.
Thank you.
You guys have an awesome time. Ryan and Lisa, thank you guys so much. And everyone have an awesome weekend. Be sure to join Dr. Ryan and Lisa on Monday for another awesome product call. If you just joined this week and this is your first Fire Starter Friday call, if you haven't ordered your products yet, definitely get your magnesium. Guys, get that foundational 5-pack that Lisa talks about. It is awesome. Yes. Try our Super Reds, our Essential Aminos, so many amazing life-changing products. I love our collagen, creatine, man. So, lots of good stuff. All right, guys, that's all we got. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you at the top. Keep rocking. Bye, guys.
We'll see you all. Go get new tour takers. Brand new video.